Aquarius. This is going to be your love and relationship reading for February 2019. And this is for Aquarius Rising, Aquarius Sun, and Aquarius Moon. Because these readings are more specific, it may or may not apply or resonate for you. And if it doesn't resonate for you, you may want to check out your other two out of your rising sun and moon, see if any of those apply more. Just personally, myself, I've always noticed that when I watch readings on YouTube, my sun almost never applies. Sometimes it does, but not that often. Usually it's my rising or my moon that applies more for me. But I suppose for everyone it's different. So this is in Aquarius's best, highest good, along with whatever they most need to hear about concerning love and relationships. Okay. And as always, I'll show you your cards before I get started. One of these days I'm hoping to get a tripod, and that way I can set it up where you can see my hands and what I'm doing down here. I've got this tiny little laptop, and I've tried to do it that way, but you can't even really see the cards. So, okay, no. That's like that. Got it. Okay. I felt bad for Pisces. Their readings were really intense and not that positive, although they did have a decent outcome, but yours is much better. So here are your 6 cards. You have the World as the first one. The second one is the 10 of Cups. Your third one is Death. Don't get freaked out. There's more to come. Your fourth one is the Ace of Pentacles. Your fifth one is the 5 of Pentacles. Your sixth one is the Magician. You'll be able to tell whether this resonates or not because you'll know, at least when I start off with the past, you'll know whether this applies or not because this has already happened. If the past resonates, then the rest of it probably will. So, in the past, with concerning love and relationships, you have the World over the Ace of Pentacles. I'm getting for some of you, or one of you, you may have actually met someone overseas or abroad or while traveling. And something, you may even come from totally different cultural backgrounds. Even if you come from the same state in the US, you may have totally different backgrounds as far as how you were raised or what you experienced. But this seems like a fated relationship, or a relationship that is meant to be solid or meant to be long-lasting. This may even be a relationship you've been in for a long time, as in a marriage, or you've cohabitated for a long time. If you are single, you have come full circle with what you're looking for. You've gotten really clear about what you're looking for in a relationship, and so this makes it easier for you to be able to manifest it or find it, because you've graduated when it comes to relationships. Through all of your experiences in the past, negative and positive, all different kinds of experiences, you have become very wise with how you see relationships, how you view relationships, how you know that any relationship needs a certain level of work, and you are willing to do the work on a relationship, or to attract someone who is mature, someone who can handle an actual real relationship or a committed relationship. It looks as if perhaps maybe some of you have recently gotten married or committed to a relationship. And if you've been single, you may have recently met someone that you can see something actually going someplace with this person, where it's not going to die out or be a flash in the pan relationship. This looks like it has the chance of becoming something really long lasting and solid. You have similar goals or interests. You may have even met each other through classes or through a mutual hobby or interest, whatever it may be. So this is where you've been. You may have also had a renewal in a relationship that you've been in for a long time, where you feel as if it's going, you feel a renewal of the relationship where it feels more like you're going someplace together. So presently you have two very different cards together. You have the Ten of Cups and you have the Five of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups is joy and happiness and bliss, and feeling as if you have everything that you have always wanted for a relationship, and you feel extremely lucky and fortunate at what you have. But below it is the Five of Pentacles, which is lack, feeling as if you don't have enough, feeling poor when it comes to relationships, not finding what you need for relationships, feeling left out in relationships. So it may be that you are going through, here's your clarifier. I had to pull a clarifier for these two. You have the Ace of Swords. So I'm seeing this as a psychological mindset change that you're going through presently, where you're deciding to go with the positive, or you're deciding to break away from old thought patterns, or even from focusing on old patterns in the past with relationships, and you are renewing how you see things or what you want. You're very determined to not carry the past into the present. It may be that for some of you, you have had past losses with relationships that have made you reluctant to completely open up in relationships in order to be accepted. Perhaps you're afraid that someone may leave you, or you have abandonment fears, or that they won't turn out to be what you thought, or that you will continue to draw in past patterns with relationships that feel heavy to me, or feel like you feel cast out or left out, or you're not getting what you need. But I'm seeing this as possibly a pattern from the past that you are trying to completely let go of and focus instead. Let's show it to you like this. This is focus and your mind. You could choose to focus on past losses, feeling left out, or like you will never find what you need. Or you can choose to focus on that you can have what you need and more, that you can be happy, and that this is actually something that you can trust. If you have just recently met someone, if you have been in a long-term relationship for a while, it's the same sort of message. Whether you're single, whether you're married or committed, whether you just met someone and just started dating, it's saying the same thing, which is it's really up to you. And it's really up to what you focus on. Of course, mind you, pay attention to what you notice. If you have just recently met someone, by all means, you can focus on one of these things or the other. But regardless, you should be paying attention to what you notice. So if you get warning bells or signals that are telling you something's not quite right, you should probably pay attention to it. The goal here is to see things for what they are and choose the right choice for you. And if it isn't something that you have going on right now where you're seeing warning bells, it's telling you you can focus on bringing in someone else who is much better for you, and you can materialize it based off of your attitude or your thought processes. If you've been in a relationship in a long time, it really hinges on communication, on whether you feel as if you can communicate with this person. But I do see the potential for something really amazing here with the Ten of Cups. Try not to hang on to the old feelings of that you won't find what you're looking for, or that you will never have this, or that you will somehow be left out in the cold and not have what you need. So in the future, you have death over the Magician. So again, I'm getting a huge theme in here about transmutation, or complete metamorphosis of the past in with the future, where you don't want to carry the past on into the future. I look at the Magician here as being the future, or what you're manifesting, and death here as what needs to pass away, or what needs to end in order for you to completely move on and materialize what you're looking for. There's also a message in here that if you are in a relationship, it's important for both of you in the future to encourage each other with your own individuality within the relationship, or your own goals or own interests. If you don't feel supported or encouraged by your partner on what you're manifesting in your life right now, the relationship may need to transmute or transform, or it may need to end, because this is really where you're headed in the future, is being the Magician. So if the person cannot accept that, then the relationship may need to transform or go. And it's important for you to not lose your feeling of your own identity or your own mission in life for a relationship. You just can't do that in the future. I do see that there's a potential for great healing in the future, of letting go completely of the past concerning relationships, so that you can fully move on into the future. It could even be that you fall for, or you're involved with someone in the future who's an extremely powerful person, who's who's very deep, who can see into situations, who has a great deal of wisdom, but also an ability to lead, or an ability to manifest that is quite spectacular. This is someone who is very individualistic and needs to have their own goals or identity, even in a relationship, which I see you guys as fully respecting that, because you need that as well. With this, you have the King of Cups. So, I don't even know. Let's do it like this. So, you'll know whether a relationship will survive, or whether it's for you, if you can easily talk about your emotions together, or you can get deep together. This future relationship, or relationship in the future, looks extremely deep, very communicative, and very intimate. So if you feel as if you can be your most intimate, purest self with this person, and the intimacy is strong in the relationship with understanding each other on a very deep level, there's a lot of magnetic attraction in this too. A lot of amazing magnetic attraction that you cannot ignore, and that must be expressed. Someone who can see your soul, or you see each other's soul, and you naturally encourage each other and uplift each other. This looks amazing to me. It will hinge on whether or not you can transform together. So hopefully that helped or made sense. And I wish you all the best. And I shall see you soon in the middle of the month for your random messages for the universe, if you would like to check those out. If you have accidentally stumbled across this video and you would like a more in-depth reading for the month, you may want to check out your general reading that's on my channel. Okay, I wish you all the best. Take care. Bye.